Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping in. I like to do videos on canning and baking and vintage recipes and just my life at this stage of my life, being 63 and semi-retired, and how we try to be thrifty, but we're also still trying to have adventures in life. Today I'm here for Make It March. March. Spring is coming, thankfully. Make It March is a great collaboration. It is put on by Lisa at SuttonsDaze, and it is every day in the month of March, you will have a new video using something that we canned. And there are, I think, 7 channels. Nope, 8, because one day of the week people are sharing. But I'm gonna be here every Sunday in March with a video. So 5 videos you'll be seeing from my channel. And Lisa has organized this for the last few years because one of the biggest questions we always get is, what do you do with your canned goods once you can them up? How do you use them in recipes and for variety? So she organized Make It March. And she even gives away a wonderful prize. On March 31st, there's going to be a live giveaway and a pressure canner will be given away. So make sure you watch every video every day and put a nice comment on it, and you'll be in the drawing because she'll pick one of the days and then pick one of the comments as the winner. So what am I making today? Well, okay, it has a funny name. It's called Gobbledygook. Gobbledygook. Also, it could be called tomato bread pudding. My mom just always called it tomato and bread. My mom used to make this as a side dish. But when I saw gobbledygook, I'm going with that. That's just way too much fun. And I'm going to use my canned stewed tomatoes, which are Minnesota mix is what they're known as. And this has tomatoes and onions and pepper and celery. And we're going to make a wonderful baked side dish. It is not the prettiest side dish, I will warn you, but it tastes really good. So my oven's on preheated to 350. First thing we're going to need is a quart or 2 pints of the Minnesota mix. We're going to need a casserole dish. This needs to be greased. Some melted butter, salt, pepper, sugar, and 3 slices of bread. And it can be stale bread. This is a little firmer bread, so this will work. But this used to be a side dish that my mom would make to go with anything, and something that she liked a lot. I don't think my dad liked it as much. I'll have to ask him. But Mom liked this a lot, and she would make it with her home canned tomatoes. If you don't have stewed tomatoes, you can do it with just plain canned tomatoes. So if you have home canned tomatoes, that will work. So we're going to put all the bread into a bowl. And I have 4 tablespoons of butter here, melted. And I'm going to pour that over it and stir that up. I'm going to open up my tomatoes, 4 jar lids, and dump it all into that bowl. And I'll do the same with the second one. I love the color of home canned tomatoes. I don't know if you can get it to show up on the screen really well, but to me it's more vibrant. So we're gonna stir this together. The one recipe I saw calls for 2/3 a cup of sugar. Mom never put that much, so I'm gonna go with 1/3, or maybe more like 1/4. Because I don't want it too sweet. I went with 1/4 cup. Then we add pepper. About a teaspoon. Cut back if you're not a big fan of peppery stuff. And then some salt. And we are going to mix that all together. And I am going to grease this pan. Now you could add garlic to this if you wanted, but Mom never did. None of the recipes I saw said to do that. So now we just pour it all in there. And we're gonna bake this for about 40 minutes. Ooh. You can sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. I have some that is freeze-dried here. That is totally optional. Mom didn't do that always. In fact, she would make this, instead of baking it, sometimes she would just do it in a pan on the stove. So into the oven this goes, and I will bring you back. Here we are out of the oven. Look at that. It looks so good. When Mom did it on the stove, it wouldn't get all nice and crunchy on top like this is. So I'm gonna let this cool a little so I don't burn my mouth. And a pressure canner will be given away. Okay, here it is. Now, I'm not saying it's pretty, but it is good. And what I like about it with stewed tomatoes is you have the peppers, the onions, the celery. It's still hot. But it's really good. It's like a bread pudding. So the bread underneath is soft, the top is crunchy, and the flavor soaks in throughout. You could probably add other flavors to it if you wanted to add garlic or Italian flavors, but this is how the recipe was always done. And when I looked up recipes, this is how it was. The Parmesan cheese was something that some had and some didn't. So, gobbledygook. It's gobbledygook. What else can you say? So thank you for joining me here today, and make sure to watch all the Make It March videos and tune in on March 31st at SuttonsDaze. And Lisa will have a fun show as always with the drawing for the grand prize winner. And we'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.